As God is my witness, he is broken in half. A concussion, 3 teeth knocked out, a separated, dislocated shoulder, a dislocated jaw, internal bleeding, multiple puncture wounds, hundreds of tacks all over his body, a tooth in his nose, a busted lip, and a countless number of other bumps and bruises. Mick Foley went to hell and back with The Undertaker. And you see, this match before it was made, it had very little build. It was really relying on the bigger picture of Mankind and The Undertaker from the 2 years before, all the wars they've had. And this match, Foley wrote in his book, he was fearing it was going to be a stinker because it had to go up. It's only the second Hell in a Cell match in pay-per-view history, so The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels knocked their Hell in a Cell out of the park. Taker had a broken foot, and Mankind wasn't in the best shape either, so they feared it was going to stink. So instead, Mankind did something. He came up with the idea of getting thrown off the cell, but that was supposed to be it as far as huge bumps go. The tacks maybe were planned as well, but the second bump through the cell wasn't planned, and what ended up happening is a chair went with him and ended up hitting him, knocking him out as it ricocheted off the canvas floor. Undertaker and Mankind started on the top of the cell in this one, and it would end with them, before it ended, they would be going back on to the top of the cell and all the way around it. This is a classic match. It's in the same respect as Hogan and Rock from WrestleMania 18, where it can't be judged on wrestling skill. It's judged on holy shit moments, spots, getting caught up in history, just witnessing a moment that's going to be talked about for years to come. And I believe this was the number one on the holy shit moments of WWE history, I believe, and rightfully so. This is the match of the day. I'm Brett Mix, Macho Wrestling 101. Hit like and subscribe if you like my videos. I'm here to talk about The Undertaker and Mankind today. It's the match of the day. The match is in the description, so you can watch that after my review or before my review. It doesn't matter to me. I'd like to have you, certainly, but you can do what you please. Undertaker and Mankind started at the top of the cell. Mankind delivered hard chair shots to begin this match. Taker had his broken foot up there, so he was walking very slowly, and both men started to creak through the top of the cell. Taker then threw Mick off the top of the cell when Mankind tried a suplex to Undertaker before that. Mankind tried to vertical suplex Taker onto the top of the cell wall, but Undertaker ended up throwing Mankind off the top of the cell as a counter. So Mankind gets thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell, crashes through the table. After moments of replays and crowds going wild and JR doing the audio I just showed you, good God Almighty. I could do a better impression than that, but it's not needed. After medics checked on Foley, including Funk, Vince, Commissioner Slaughter, they wheel Mankind to the back, only for him to walk back with a smile on his face, limping to the cell, climbs it, even with the dislocated shoulder. Mankind wants to continue. They're going back up, my God. And then they brawl on top of the cell, and Foley gets hit with a choke slam that takes him through the top of the cell wall all the way to the canvas floor. Wrestlers say it's hard taking a bump on that mat, especially off the top ropes. Can you imagine going from even way more higher and the cell wall, and you're getting choke slammed, and you broke through a cell wall? That's how hard it was, the choke slam, the impact. And the chair came back up and hit him and knocked him out and put the tooth in his nose. Anyways, so that was even Mankind says that bump hurt harder. Mankind wants to continue, and he's in La La Land right now. And the medics come and check on him again, and Undertaker buys some time, chokeslams Funk. King says that's it, he's dead. The crowd's going batshit the entire time. Fans chant for The Undertaker while Mankind was being taken on the stretcher the first time, so they're really chanting it now. Then other stuff happens. He gets thrown against the cell wall. The steel steps come into play. Then Undertaker chokeslams Mankind on hundreds of tacks. Then Then he hits another slam on the tax, then a tombstone, and he gets the victory to end this match at 16:06. It was a classic. It was basically a hit and run, 4 or 5 huge spots. Most of the match was just a spot fest, but it was one of those amazing spot fests that you have to go back and watch. It's the craziest match a wrestler's ever gone through ever, and I don't think it's ever going to be duplicated. I could probably safe to say it's never going to be duplicated, considering how wrestling is now and how they actually care to protect their wrestlers a little bit better now. So yeah, that'll never be duplicated ever again, and that's why it's 4.5 stars. But enjoy the match. I've talked long enough. You've all seen the match, but watch it again. It's good, obviously. It's classic. It's history. And as Mankind said at a lecture one night a few years ago, he was giving a speech. He says it was beautiful. Enjoy the match. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out.